Hey guys, welcome back to Sex with S. My name is Solani M and I am the sex conversationalist. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you, and thank you so much, babes, for coming back and tuning in. If you're new here, please look around your screen. I'm pretty sure there's a red subscribe button somewhere there. Tap on it, join us, and let's chat about sex, baby. In today's video, I wanted us to have a little bit of a chat on hookup culture. This video is gonna be all over the place, honestly, I think, because I don't know how to structure it. And I've just decided to stop trying to do that. I should just give you guys what I think, plain and simple, however it's coming in my head, and that's fine. Honestly, authenticity is key. Authenticity is the way, and take it or leave it, nyani guys, because I can't be anything other than myself, you know. Let's first define hookup culture. Now, let's see. We're gonna read our definition from American Psychological Association .org. I think it's the most credible I can find immediately. Hookups, it defines brief uncommitted sexual encounters between individuals who are not romantic partners or dating each other. This kind of practice, people engaging in sexual activity without being romantically involved with each other, that type of thing that kind of culture is emerging in our societies at large. And I think that the fact that that is becoming a thing is a result of our society. And hookup culture is basically a society where people just engage in that generally and normally. That's where hookup culture is having that kind of a practice be normal and just a thing in society. Then it creates a culture, hookup culture. That's what we have in our society. Or if I don't put it like that, I would say that it's emerging. Hookup culture is getting stronger and stronger. So people engaging with each other like sexually without being romantically involved, that kind of practice it's doing the numbers now, you know. And personally, I think it was bound, Mdase. So I think that hookup culture being on the rise, it was bound. And you know why? Because of patriarchy. Let's talk patriarchy. Patriarchy means that a patriarchal society means that we live in a society where women are below men. So we haven't yet changed. We haven't yet shifted out of a patriarchal society. We're still living in one. Women are trying, we're fighting, we've got feminism, we're trying to make things equal, but we're not there yet. And therefore, in a society that does that, where women are not equal to men, when it comes to like relationships where men and women are supposed to hold hands, work hand in hand, the reflection we've had, or the practice, or how that has been practiced historically, is that in those relationships the patriarchy showed up, the oppression of women showed up, the subjugation by men of women showed up. And you look at that objectively, I look at that objectively, and I don't want that. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to have to be with someone who is not my equal, type thing. So I think that the reality that we come from in terms of romantic relationships made them less desirable to the current generation. I think made romance less desirable, I think. Yeah, this is my view, and that I think that's what I ascribe the spiking of or the numbers of hookup culture, or hookup culture becoming a thing. That's what I blame personally. So yeah, I just think that it was bound. I think personally, what I observed as romance, I was for sure that I'm gonna try. So I'm just not gonna do the romance thing until I'm for sure, type thing. And I think most of us are under that because we all live in this society where the representation of romance is not really great. We all live in this society, and so we are all operating from, I guess, fear. I guess we're all most of us as a society operating from fear, because the reality of what we know in terms of romance and two people supposedly being in a partnership is not a good one. It's one way someone is being oppressed. And so in an effort to not find ourselves in that kind of reality personally, we have immersed ourselves in hookup culture. I think I have. So yeah, that's what I think is going on. Hookup culture. Do I think that hookup culture particularly is bad? No, I don't think inherently it's bad. I think it's a result of of an ill, a result of of not wanting to keep in the same weird reality, you know. So I don't think it's bad. I think it's an effort to do things differently, to have a different kind of reality. Does it have dangers? Could it be toxic? Yes, fully. I think that hookup culture sells us the myth that, I think I bought this culture too for a bit in my life. I think hookup culture sells us the myth that sex is separate from us. And I think hookup culture, it is born of purity culture. So purity culture has us in a situation where we're just committing to one person or one man because we don't want to lose value, despite the essence of the man, despite the quality of a man. And the quality of man is likely to be an oppressive man because we live in an oppressive society, a patriarchal society. So despite that society being real, purity culture rendered us like prison to romance. Now we're dismantling purity culture and we're falling into hookup culture, where things are also tricky. Things are really also tricky in there. I think hookup culture, so I said hookup culture sells us the myth that sex is separate from us, but when you engage sexually, it's you who is doing that. And therefore, you cannot engage, or you can, but it's not healthy to engage, to bring yourself into a place that is unsafe. A place that is unsafe is someone who is unsafe, someone who holds on to misogynistic beliefs, someone who is abusive, that's not a safe place for you to be or to engage or to put yourself in. So you shouldn't be engaging sexually within a space that you're not safe. And if you view sex as just sex, you can conceptualize the concept or the practice of engaging sexually with someone, because you don't think it's them you're engaging sexually with. You don't see how sex is a part of that person. So I think it's a bit of a slippery slope there by hookup culture in terms of that. I hope I'm making sense also. However, I do think because we are living in a society that is really, I want to say toxic, but has inflicted so much trauma on us, all of us really. We have so much to be aware of, so much of ourselves to be aware of in terms of not being harmful. So you have so much of yourself to be aware of so that you don't harm other people because of trauma, and also so that you don't harm yourself. You have a lot of yourself to be aware of. And I think that it is a bit reckless to commit to someone, to say you're partnering with someone when you're not even responsible to yourself. You're not aware of yourself, or further, you're aware of the fact you're not aware. You know, people are not even aware of the fact that they are not aware. That makes so much, that's so funny. But people are not even aware of the fact that they are not aware of their own traumas and how they inflict them on themselves and how they inflict them on other people. So I think that in a society of people who are not aware, it's quite reckless to just say, hey, choose each other, just choose one and stay with them forever. I think it's wild. So in a sense, I feel like I can't necessarily say scrap hookup culture, you know. I think people should be allowed to go through the process of being with each other however they deem fit. And if that's without saying, hey, you're mine forever, as long as you're safe in your journey, you're safe. So I'm not like totally against hookup culture. I think that it is okay to engage sexually without a specific kind of commitment. I just think the only thing, personally, this is for me, the only thing that, okay, there's two things that I think are necessary in terms of sexual engagement. First of all is the safety, practical health safety. Secondly, it's the safety of the individual. Like, are they a safe person? Are you fine with yourself being in that kind of person and that person being in you? You know, so this goes back to what I just said. I am not fine with an abuser being in me. I don't want to be inside an abuser. I don't want to do that, you know. And that's where the emotional thing comes in. That's where the connection thing comes in. It doesn't necessarily have to be, let's share life together. It has to be, we get along, we are fine with the kind of people we are, type thing. That's it for me. For me, that's where I draw the line, because I think it's reckless to just say people couple up, humanity, couple up. I think it's such a reckless thing, considering how traumatized we are and how unaware of that we are. So I'm kind of like in between in terms of hookup culture. I don't know what you guys think. Please feel free to drop a comment. So being in between hookup culture means while I can see why hookup culture is a thing, and I can see how it can be exercised or participated in healthily, which I think I do participate in hook. Actually, I don't think so. I know I participate in hookup culture as healthily as I possibly can. While I think those things of hookup culture, there are things in hookup culture that I find toxic. It doesn't encourage self-preservation at all, and I don't like that. And I really don't. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of just like, but it's clearly what I just said. So just sharing yourself with anything and whatever, just putting yourself out, like knowing that we live in this world and you just wanna no. So hookup culture, well, when you participate in hookup culture, you can find yourself lost in the slope of preserving yourself, and that's the shit that I'm against in terms of it. Other than that, I just think that hookup culture was bound, bro. Is bound to become a thing, and I think we can still ascend from it into a healthier culture, one that doesn't encompass in it these toxicities, these things that I've mentioned, this non-preservation of oneself. I think we can evolve into that. We will. I think we can. I don't know if we will. I genuinely don't know, but I think we can. Guys, that's just like my general thoughts on hookup culture. I am an active participant in hookup culture. I wanted to also say that I just like, another reason as to why I can never like really say I'm against hookup culture, and I could never really say I want to stop, is because like on a general scale, I don't understand why we have to choose one person on earth and share our lives with them forever. Like I don't get how that plays into the plan of nature. I really don't. I really don't. If you say reproduction, you literally don't have to share your life with someone for that. Also, I guess I'm not keen on that game nugget on reproduction, so then what's my reason for doing it? Okay, so I don't get it generally, but I think when it comes to individuals, like when like you have your reasons as to why you want to choose a person personally, you have those reasons, and I think people have reasons as to why they want to ultimately like some people don't even ultimately want to end up with one person, and they have everyone has their own individual reasons as to why they do that. But I don't think there's just like a general reason. I don't think it's nature's plan for us type thing, to commit to each other as individuals forever and ever type thing. I don't think so. I don't think that's nature's plan for us. I think we just were smart, and or rather we thought we were smart, and we thought this is the safest way to go about reproduction, which that maybe is nature's plan. you know so I think we can go about that in so many other ways, as long as it's healthy and it's not harmful. And I guess people decided that choosing one person is healthy and not harmful. I think that it doesn't matter. That doesn't determine. People literally live the rest of their lives with one person and just are toxic to themselves and to their families and to their children. So that's not necessarily a solution. The solution is be a healthy person, good person, engage with healthy people, good people. If you want to raise other people with them, raise other people with good people. And that's that. That's just my stance on this. So that's kind of why I will never like be against hookup culture, because I don't think nature decided that we must be with one person forever and ever and ever. I think our human minds decided that, and it's fine. We just don't have to all do it. Yeah, so that's why I just think like we're meant, there's so many of us on earth, and so much of nature just flows without, I think nature is just natural. It doesn't have to be like, we don't have to draw the lines and make them thicker of nature as to how to go about life, in the sense that you don't have to be with a person forever. You don't have to. If you want to, that's it. The want, that's what you do, what you want. It's not a must. And I guess also like there's just a thought in my head that's just like, in deciding what you want, you need to be cognizant of the fact that you have been exposed to something. So what we're doing, this thing of choosing one person and living forever and whatever with them, that's literally all we're exposed to in this society, like primarily. And so if you're gonna say you want that, you need to be cognizant of the fact that it's what you know. It's literally all you know. And you could want other things if you knew other things. And that for me just says, that for me, like, I like to create and curate the kind of life I want. I hate that we are born into like steps that we have to take. I wish I could peel away most of the things that I've absorbed in this society and just create what I want and decide what I want and make what I want and come up with what I want for my life, which I can and I'm doing. And I hope that my opinions, when I share them like this, I encourage other people to do that, because guys, I really robot, man. I really robot, you know. So that's the reason I will never really be, one of the reasons why I'll never really be against hookup culture, because I just think people should be allowed to flow in and out of your life as in however they please. Like, people should just flow through life, bro. Like, you stay for as long as you want to, you know. You don't stay because you have to. This thing of constraining each other to these realities, is uncomfortable, Mina. So anyway, that's just there on that. Guys, that is all I have today on hookup culture. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my damn channel. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.